Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video I've got something pretty exciting. As you can see here, we got a package from FlipForge. Some of you will immediately know who that is, and some of you might not, but that's fine. So I'm going to be opening this package and we'll get my first impressions. Looks like I'm 167. It's pretty simple packaging, just a cardboard box with a logo on it. Nothing wrong with that. And we'll cut this. Remember to never cut towards yourself. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. But yeah, so now we should just be able to open this bad boy up and see what we got in here. Alright. Immediately, I like it. Stickers. Very nice inclusion. Love the design and the color. And in here, we have it. So, for those of you who don't know, FlipForge is a guy that makes 3D printed balisongs. And, I can already tell this is a chunky boy. It's definitely big. Oh, wow. Yep, that's big. Anyway, he has two balisongs. This one is called the Edit. And before we get to that guy, let's look at what we got. So, looks like we have an extra washer, two extra bushings, and an extra pivot system. Wonderful. Looks like two little plastic spacers, and then we also get a lovely little screwdriver with a Torx bit. Seems like that won't come out, but I'm pretty sure, yep, this is fitted for those screws, so that's very nice of him to include. Now we'll put this back in there. Don't want that to blow away. Oh, now you guys are going to start to hear a school bus, but it is what it is. So, the big thing with the Edit, and also his Edit Light, is that you get to customize this entire balisong. So I got to customize the jimping, the cutout design, I got to this little texturing, I don't know if it'll show up. I got to customize that, I got to customize this, and I got to pick the colors. And you do get to customize the blade. He only has two options currently, but it's something. It's better than nothing, that's for sure. So I went with some blue and pink. And immediately, the first things that I can notice is, one, this thing is chunky. This is a very chunky boy. I don't really have anything in my collection that's even near this level of size. The handles, in terms of thickness, kind of remind me of the Glider Bermuda, but I think these are even bigger than that. And those ones are pretty much too big for zippy end caps, so I imagine this would be the same. Although I'm not sure if those would get much use on something like this anyway. The action is incredibly smooth. Immediately right out of the box. So that's really good to see. And while I know some of you might be curious as to the weight of this, as it is plastic, but the weight of this one is supposed to be around, I believe it's 3 ounces. And I can definitely tell you just from flipping it for a little bit, the weight of this is quite nice. It's very nicely distributed. Probably a bit more neutral than I would care for, but I can still tell that this is a really quality product. And I think this generally appeals to more of the traditional standard flipping. I tend to like handle bias things, but this is still very nice. But what it does have is an adjustable weight system. So the difference between the Edit and the Edit Light is the Edit, what I have here, has an adjustable weight system while the Edit Light does not. And the prices are a little bit different in order to reflect that. So, in theory, I should be able to change these weights out, and hopefully using those bushings, I can add a bit more weight into the handles. But, that being said, immediately out of the box, I still love the feel of this. Chaplains, pretty comfortably. I will say there is the slightest hint of roughness on these transition areas where you're going from this slight curve to this more flat surface. That little transition line could be a bit smoothed out, although I will say that might smooth itself out as I flip it more. A lot of balisongs might feel a bit scratchy when you first get them, but then as you flip them, oils from your hands and such will naturally help to smoothen it out. I mean, as you guys can see, it's definitely flips well. I don't really feel like I have to adjust to this very much. It just kind of works. Of course, this video isn't going to be my very final thoughts, and this is definitely not a review. This is just my first impressions of it after unboxing it. I'm pretty happy with the colors. The pink is a lot more vibrant than I was expecting based on his photos. And this blue teal color is what he calls mint. Although to me it looks very blue, especially in person. It reminds me of a kind of robin's egg blue. And I will say, I'm not sure if this comes lubed or if it does what lube he uses, but immediately I like the sound. I'm looking, yeah, it looks like there might be a little bit of lube. I like the clack. It's a satisfying clack. And let's see. Yeah, it's not too loud, which is good. I like quieter balisongs. I live with other people, and or I should say one of them, does not tend to like the sound of balisongs, so that's why I love my Nautilus. It's very nice and quiet. But this one, I will say, is also fairly quiet. And it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun. Already I've kind of adjusted to this slightly larger size, but I don't want to drag this video out too much. So far I'm happy with all the customizations that I specifically chose. I definitely think there's a very nice amount of grip. While I can't necessarily say a ton for ladders, as it's not really a trick I can do, I do believe the design I grabbed is one of his most grippy looking ones. But I'm sure that he will make new stuff in the future. So don't think that what he has now is what he will always have forever and ever. But I think it's quite nice. It's good grip, like I said. Flips well, weight seems good. I'll definitely have to make an update video after I play around with the weights a little bit. And once I kind of get to use this thing for a while, I will probably make a quick thoughts video on it, just going over my more finalized kind of thoughts. It does have tap, but it's plastic, so what can you do? Pretty minimal play, I will say, for plastic. The thing you have to realize with plastic is this is the play, but because it's plastic, obviously I can bend it farther. But in terms of actual play, really, it's pretty good. I don't really have any complaints so far, except for that slight roughness between transition areas. If that doesn't go away on its own, I will probably get some light sandpaper and just polish that up. But other than that, I'm quite happy with it. So, I'll make an update video once I get more time to kind of think about my general thoughts on it. And hope that you guys have all enjoyed today's video. And until next time, keep flipping.